Welcome to another episode of The Real Tea. My name is Nolandi, and come on in the room and grab your tea because I'm about to sip on mine. It's a little hot though. But yeah, go ahead and get your tea and come on back and come vibe with me for a second.
Yeah. This that real. Welcome to the real tea, where the truth feels free. Conversations get deep while the vibes stay elite. From unsigned sounds to stories untold, we bridge the gap, let the real unfold. No filters, no cap, just honesty, healing laughter and community. So press play, lean in, let yourself be. You're tuned into the real tea. Car, sip slow, this one's hot.
All right, y'all back. All right, hey, thank you for tuning in and for another episode of the Real Tea podcast. Today's episode is about what's the topic today? The topic today is called Life is Simple. Y'all about to get in my business a little bit, but I swear it has a purpose. I swear everything that I'm going to be talking about on my podcast has a purpose. I literally created topics based off all the things that I've learned throughout my 31 years of living on this earth. And the first topic that I really want to dive into is how simple life is. And before we get into that, I have a backstory of how I simplified my life. So I'm going to go back 5 years ago. I moved to Atlanta with a friend. And so I guess it was time for me to leave the nest, and I did. I was scared. It was raining like a bitch the day I left, and I was like, I don't think I should go, but I still, mustered up the courage to leave from under my parents, paying the bills and stuff like that. So I moved to Atlanta for a new life, I guess, new opportunity, new, just a whole new, how it is when you move to another city. You want to fucking discover new things, the new you, the new vibes, the new areas, the new people that you're going to interact with. But not knowing that moving to Atlanta really did mature me. Like, it matured me a lot. I'm talking about, like, who I was 5 years ago and who I am now is totally two different people. Like, I used to be a ticking time bomb, and it's still kind of there. You just got to push me to a point to get me there, but don't do it because I'll unleash it on you. But that's besides the point. The point is, 5 years ago when I moved to Atlanta, I thought I had it figured out, and I didn't. I went through so many life shifts living in Atlanta. I felt like I lived here for 20 years. That's how much shit I was going through. And I found myself battling depression and anxiety and all kinds of crazy ass shit that I ain't even know a human can even experience. So I got a new respect for people that, are medically diagnosed with depression, because I don't even know how I even got out of mine, but I had to find ways to get out of mine. So, with 5 years ago, when I moved to Atlanta, I had a hard time with shifting into different news. I had a problem with, the friends that I had, and not even knowing that, it was, gonna be affecting my mental health. But I also had shift into another industry for work. I, started working as a registered behavioral tech, and I didn't even know how much chaos was in that either. So I was just battling a lot of stuff in my life, and I just didn't know how to juggle all that, and just basically I lost myself for a good 2 years living here, and I literally had to find myself again. Because what people don't realize about depression, it literally could disconnects you from the person you are from within. And you just basically a fucking vessel walking around. You just a shell walking around. And I had to literally simplify my life to a point where I literally had to go back to my childhood to find myself again. And I spent a lot of money in therapy, and I got a lot of mentorships from a lot of people, like spiritual mentorships from people around here in Atlanta that guided me back to myself. And the point I'm trying to make about how life is simple, when I was suffering from depression and anxiety, I was literally in a rush trying to get to the top and not even realizing I didn't even have to do half of the things that I was trying to do to get to the top. I literally just had to pace myself and align myself with people, places, and things to get me to where I'm trying to go, because I'm still learning how to just pace myself. So I spent a lot of time relearning how to be a child and be an adult, and finding who I am, and learning how to deal with other energies as well. So the way that I simplified my life is the simplest thing that I've learned in therapy is just acknowledging how I feel instead of saying I'm okay. That helped a lot too, because even when I was going through my depression, of course people saw it, because I'm one of those that wear my emotions on my face and my body language and all that. But it was just more so every time someone would ask me if I was okay, I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay. I would brush it off, or I just not respond. And just doing that, not acknowledging how you feel, made me fall into more of a deeper depression, because I felt like nobody cared. And it was doing me more bad than good. Y'all, it was bad. Like, I don't even know how I'm sitting here talking to you, because that's how bad it was. And even to the point where I literally, like, simplifying my life, I had to cleanse a lot too. I had to clean up the people in my life. I had to clean up my the way I spend money. I had to clean up the way that I eat. I had to clean up a lot of shit in order to be in this who I am right now. And so a lot of people don't know how to do that, because if I struggled with that, I know there's more people out here struggling with that too. And so the point I'm trying to make is life is simple. Life is simple. And it's literally in the eye of the beholder. Your simple might not look like my simple. My simple is waking up, having slow mornings, going for a walk, having picnics, going out to eat by myself or with a good trusted friend. And that's just little simple things that I did to make my life much easier than just being in the, well, I'm gonna say matrix, even though some people don't know what that is, because some people ain't. That's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is, in life is what you make it, to be honest. If you want to live that fast-paced life and just be in a rush to get to the top, you're gonna find yourself just in a fucked up situation, not knowing, not having no wisdom, having any kind of body around you, and just being so disconnected with reality, to the point where you just be like, dang, I'm up here by myself, but you're not by yourself. You got a bunch of leeches hanging around you because you didn't do your job and finding ways to maneuver in this society, in this world. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I am. But yeah, you just gotta simplify your fucking life. That's how you make it through this fucking life. And the more I simplified my life, the more happier I got. Shit, if a job starts stressing me out, guess what? I'm gonna find me another one. Cause that's how I simplify my life. You're not gonna drain me from my life source and think you're gonna benefit off me while I'm over here just trying to peel myself off the fucking floor, trying to make you money while I'm trying to make money at the same time. That's not fair to me, and that's not right. Another way that I simplify my life is just being open, being an open book. And being an open book, you don't always have to open up to everybody. You can open up to whoever you want to open up to. You ain't got to. I'm telling you, life is very simple. And even with the spaces that you enter, the first time I was in a safe place, I literally cried real tears because I never been in a space where I felt seen, I felt comfortable to share how I really felt, because everything was always so performative with the people I used to hang around. I had not to say that I was pretending, it was just more so, it was just so much heavy energy that I was around that I felt like I always needed to be in a corner somewhere and just watching them just be so fake to one another and just pretend to like each other, when in reality, you don't have to do that, bro. Life is so simple to the point you don't have to tolerate shit you don't want to. On God, on Jesus sandals, and whoever the highest power you believe in. And that's another thing too. How I simplify my life is I understand that I'm not religious, but I also understand that there's a higher power. However you gotta do, whatever you gotta do to reach your highest power, do what's best for you. There's no right or wrong way to live your life, but there is an ethical way to live life. If you're going around hurting people and disrespecting people, you're not going to live a good life. You're actually making your life more complicated, because what you put out is what you get back. And not a lot of people understand that you're not bigger than the program. You are never bigger than the program, because boy, you're going to get humbled. I've been humbled. If I can get humbled, I know anybody can get humbled. But yeah, life is simple, guys. It's very simple. Down to this tea in this white cup. Everything is simple. You just gotta find what works for you. And once you find what works for you, everything else will make so much sense. I'm talking about the way you think will be more simpler. The way that you move would be more simpler. The way that your aura would just be so much simpler. Simple. It's my life is so simple to the point where people come to me for advice. People come to me when they got shit going on, and I'm literally like, bro, you realize that you really don't have to deal with that if you don't want to. Like, if you're dating a guy and he's like playing around with you, you do realize you get to choose if you want to participate, because that's how simple life is. You have a choice to do whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as it's ethically, like you're being genuine and being intentional about everything that you do, because these days nothing is really genuine and intentional. But I'm learning to reshape that, because I know that people are battling themselves in other things as well. So I give grace, but not that much grace, because people know exactly what the fuck they're doing. And I fucking mean that. I'm so sick of people these days. The audacity is literally on powder, y'all. It's on powder. But I'm just learning how to maneuver through it and just finding my footing in this society, because I don't know, y'all. I'm ready to buy my own island. I'm ready to buy my own island. And if you want to come visit the island, you literally got to take a cognitive test, because I'm just not letting anybody on my island. You gotta have some type of humility, empathy. Like, you just gotta be a human. You gotta learn, you gotta know how to feel emotions and safely feel your emotions and be expressive, like properly express how you feel. I'm not going for none of that no more, y'all. Like, that's how much I simplified my life. It's to a point where if you can't even give me the basics, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you because that's too much on my mental. And I've worked hard to get to this space, and I refuse. Like growing up, I was around so much chaos. I don't want to be around that shit when I'm an adult. That shit is ghetto. And it's so unfair. It really is unfair to be around people that's so unaware of themselves because they don't know how to simplify the things in their life. And yes, I keep saying simplifying because it's that easy, bro. You literally just gotta let go of shit that no longer belong to you. Your ego that you hide behind, the hurt that you hold on to carry, and that you don't need to carry no more. As long as you learning the lessons and just acknowledging who you are as a person and just moving on, moving forward with your life, bro, life is so simple after that. Because then you sit back and reflect and be like, oh, dang, that's why I went through that. Because I like boundaries and I didn't know how to communicate, how to say no. People pleasing. That was another big issue of my people pleasing. Oh my God. And it's not my fault. I was raised to be a people pleaser because my parents are Haitian and they always caring about what other people think. But I never really cared. But because I, was conditioned to be a people pleaser, I literally fell into that trap of just being, just being a part of the mix pretty much. And my life is so simple to the point where I have a few friends. I do what I want to do like I've been doing. As long as I'm showing respect, you're going to get, I demand the same thing too. Because that's how simple shit is for me. And if you want to argue with me, good luck. Now, I might go back and forth with you just to prove a point. But if I realize that I can't get my point across and you just argue with me just to argue and you just not trying to hear me, I already know that that's not something, you're not somebody that's aligned with me, and you're just somebody that just want to just drain me out of my energy. Yeah. So, and also simplifying my life made me so much more aware of people behaviors to the point where it is literally, I was saying it is what it is for like 2 years. Like, it is what they show you is what they show you. Like Maya Angelou say, when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. That lady was real. That lady was so real. But yeah. Ooh. But yeah, y'all. Life is truly simple. It's how you make it. It's literally in the eye of the beholder. And I want you guys to find ways to simplify your life, even when it comes to how you wake up in the morning, how you go to bed, how you move throughout the day. The way that you cook your meals, the way that you conversate with people, even the way that you dress. Now, I'm not a simple dresser, but I'm not a plain Jane or nothing, but I understand less is also more too, because I used to cake up y'all with my makeup, but I also just recently learned that I don't need all that makeup on my face. My face is perfectly fine the way that it is. All I need is a little mascara, eyeliner, lip gloss, and a damn highlighter and blush. That's it. That's my makeup routine. Before, y'all, I was caking that motherfucker on my face. I'm talking about eyebrows, foundation, powder, bacon, all that. Like, man, now my makeup routine is no more than 15 fucking minutes. And two, consumerism is another reason why I simplified my life too. Cause bitch, I was spending so much money on unnecessary shit. I'm talking about if I could go back from like years ago on how much shit that I spent my money on for no fucking reason, I could have been saving all that money that I spent on just unnecessary shit. Now, I only buy shit that I need. Now, I mean, I do buy stuff that I want, but I'm not over consuming anything. I'm just buying shit that I need. Especially in this fucking economy, bitch, you better be simplifying your fucking life, because we don't know if America is going under or up at this point with the fucking president we got. He is playing with fire with Iran. Like Iran and China really hold the whole world up, in Africa. They do. And I'm just let me sip my tea. I'm just here for the ride, y'all. I am just here for the ride. But yeah, so that's all that I got for today. Very short episode. But before I sign off, I do want to let you guys know that this podcast is for promoting unsigned artists, and just overall wanting you guys to add new artists to your playlist that's unsigned, because I realize that these unsigned artists have more quality music than the mainstream people. No shade, I'm just being honest. They have a better drive, they have better quality, and their music is more relatable. Shit, I be writing too. And I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah, I be writing a little bit. But yeah, that's all that I got for today. And also remember, life is simple. Whatever that looks like for you, it is simple. Okay? And if nobody ain't tell you, I'ma tell you, you're doing a fantastic job. I don't care if you just got out of bed to go wash your ass and went back to the fucking bed and go lay down, bitch. At least you got the fuck up to wash your ass. And you ain't in that bed rotten, stinking. Because you could try again the next day. You can get up and go wash your ass and brush your teeth. And then the next day you could wash your ass again, brush your teeth, and put on some clothes and sit on the couch. Slowly build the pace. Slowly build the momentum. You're going to be all right. I know life is hard, but life is also simple too. Whatever the fuck you see on the internet or the media or your friends peer pressuring you to do shit you ain't ready for, get it out of your head. Because if you know you're not ready for it, work on self. Self will lead you to where you need to be. Because that's literally what I needed to hear a couple of years ago. But now that I know this information, I just want to share it with everybody, so that way basically my testimony is to guide people back to themselves, because I had to go through it in order to understand how to guide people to themselves too. So yeah, y'all take it easy. I'll come talk to y'all again. I'm out the door. Y'all have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. All right, signing off. Later.